Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a journal flip through of the journal that I took with me to Japan. And so so just to go over my Japan trip real quick. In April I went to Tokyo for my birthday with a group of friends. We did our 1 week in Tokyo Disney Resort and then the second week in Tokyo City Center. And so the first part of this is going to be all Disney, and then the second part is just going to be what we got up to in Tokyo. And so I took this planner. I made this planner, so the size is not really a size, I guess you can say. I modeled it after my Foxy Fix TN, my A6 Foxy Fix TNs, and so I don't have an A6 Foxy Fix rings, but I'm assuming that this is probably what an A6 ring size is? Question mark. I don't know. I don't have A6 inserts. These are actually 4.5 by 6.5, I believe, and so it's like between an A6 and a B6. But I thought they were like the perfect size pages for journaling because I personally like journaling in a B6, and so it's just a 1/2 inch shorter and 1/2 inch, I guess, shorter width-wise than a B6. And yeah, it just has like the big old pocket in the back, and yeah, so I made this planner to, I wanted to try an A6 rings, and that's why I made it. But when I was deciding how I was going to journal on this trip, if I was going to journal, I wasn't sure. I ended up going with this with the rings instead of a bound journal because I thought it might be easier to like punch in like tickets and stuff. And so yeah, that is kind of why I went with this. And so how I initially set this up was I printed, these are printables, so I think some of them are Seuss Fish, and then some of them are the Fairy Tale Club, because I wanted it to be very fun and very bright and very Disney. And then this is just Muji paper that I cut down to size, and I punched everything in. So this is a true A6 mechanism, so it's not the standard personal one. So I had to punch everything in. So what I ended up doing was taking this hole punch with me on my trip. So that way when I went to Disney, at Disney Sea, it was the first ever food and wine festival, I was able to make my holes and punch in everything as I went along. And before I left on the trip, I thought about that. I'm just like, oh, having a rings would make it easier to just hole punch stuff in and just put it in, instead of tipping everything in. I would have had to have brought a lot of washi tape. I did bring a little washi card, which I stuck like this just to have a little bit of washi, but yeah, I didn't want to fuss tipping in stuff. It just made more sense just to be able to hole punch things straight in, and pretty much that's what I did in order to kind of build this journal as I went. But I printed my photos when I got home and added them in, but everything else was added and done while I was in Japan. So yeah, so I made this out of some leather, and I hand stitched the whole thing. I had a different charm initially on this that I took with me to Tokyo, but when I was at Disney, these were mystery packs of charms, and they were the something blue line or whatever, and so I purchased one, and I got these, which I was so happy about because I really wanted the castle. I didn't know what this was at first. I just really wanted the castle. I thought it would be perfect to match this cover. And then when I put them both on, I realized that this is supposed to be Tokyo Disneyland, and this is supposed to be Tokyo Disney Sea, because Disney Sea is this little globe. And I was like, oh my god, that is so perfect. I'm going to keep these on here because they just match the color of this leather so well. But the inside, this I am taking out. I either going to make a cover because I purchased this badge at Disneyland, It's from their Happiness Everywhere collection, and I would just love that to be on the cover of whatever is going to house this. I am thinking I have this Print Pressions A6. Right now it has personal rings in it and B6 inserts, but I'm going to repurpose all of that for something else. So this is going to be an empty binder, and I'm thinking of putting back the A6 rings, which are 30 mil. These are 25, so it'll have more room. And I'm thinking of just gluing this like right to the front and then housing these in here, but I haven't decided 100% on that. I just need this to be out of this planner because I want to use this planner for something else, and I want to store this on a bookshelf. Okay, that was a lot of talking. Backstory. Let's get into the journal here. And so again, I set this up with Disney type papers. A lot of it is from the Fairy Tale Club printables, A Wonderful World, and I forget what the other collection was. It was like the Tea Party one. Anyway, I will try to leave links down below if Andrea has them in her shop still for these particular papers. An assortment of stickers are also from the Fairy Tale Club, and then some random things like this is my Disney ephemera that I have in my shop. I will try to leave links down below if you're looking for Disney-esque stuff because I use quite a bit of that here. But this is just you know, sort of like the intro page. This is actually from Seuss Fish, and then I just wrote here Tokyo 2024. I love this because it's one of the Disney balloons, and the cherry blossoms. We did see some cherry blossoms, so that was really nice. And then the back of it is another Fairy Tale Club paper that has Minnie and Mickey. It's very light, so I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah. This was a really bad... I tried printing vellum on my Epson PictureMate because I don't really have a working printer, and I used the Sterling Ink monthly printables, the freebies, in my B6. And so this was like an odd one out that it kind of messed up. It smudged up here, and so I just trimmed that off and like printed in here because I did go in April, and so this was like a nice little thing to have instead of just wasting it, because I did reprint it for my other journal. And so yeah. Journaling, this was actually on the plane, and then I have all of my stuff here. These are like the customs forms that you get. I did it digitally, so I just hole punched them all here. This was actually my flight ticket, my boarding pass, that I printed off, and I just stuck it in here. These were bus tickets to go to the Disneyland Resort from Haneda Airport, and again, I just kind of hole punched them in here. I did go back and print out photographs, and I printed them in like cute little Polaroid styles, and so I just went and placed them in where they were taken chronologically because I did date everything. But yeah, so I did this after the fact, and so a lot of my photographs live on like these little fly leaves that are just like pattern paper. This is a better one. Pattern paper, and then just photos, because I kept the journaling straight. So like these, like this stuff I did put in as I was traveling, like same with the papers, because I knew I'm like, oh, I want some pictures here. But yeah, this was origami paper that I actually had to get when I was in Tokyo, because a lot of these pages, I only printed them one side, like one-sided. They weren't double-sided. But so this was when we landed. So I went with 6 of my friends, and so it was 4 and 4 of us, like each week, because my 2 friends here, they came with us to Disney, but they overlapped our Tokyo stay by like 2 days, and then they left. 2 other friends came to join, so it was always the 4 of us. So this is when my friend Kat and I, we landed, and we took the bus to the resort, and this was like the luggage tag for the bus, and it has like all the different hotels in the Tokyo Disney Resort. And again, just a lot of journaling. We went to their downtown Disney area. It's called like, none of us knew how to pronounce it. We kept pronouncing it like Experiari or something like that. We did a little shopping, I think, on the 12th. These are some nail polishes, like the packaging, and I just kind of stuck them in there. I literally only had washi tape, so I think it's like stuck with washi tape. I did eventually, when I got to Tokyo, had to get a glue stick so that I can glue things in, but for the most part I used what I had. This I had already punched in here, and it is an envelope from Daiso that holds literally all of my Tokyo Disney receipts. I bought a lot of things. This was from a shop, like the business card from a shop, so I just tipped it in with washi, and then underneath I added the selfie that my friend took of us in that shop. And then this is our first day, I think, our first official day at Disneyland. And so this again is from my ephemera, my Disney ephemera, or magical ephemera as I call it in my shop. It's free for you to download, so I'll leave a link down below. And then a sticker. So I made everything sticky. So like all of the die cuts, I backed it with double-sided tape, so that all I did when I went there was just peel off the backing and then stick it on. So I basically made them into stickers. I printed out all the digital stuff like this as sticker sheets. And then my ephemera, I printed them off on sticker paper as well. So everything was self-adhesive, which is why I didn't bring any glue or anything. But when I was there, I realized that, oh, in order to really glue certain things down, I'm going to need glue. Which is fine. I went into a Muji and got a glue stick, and it was fine. But I try to make everything self-adhesive. And then again, this photograph, this was our first day at Disneyland, and there's a lot of selfies because we had to take a lot of selfies with the castle in the background. I printed this off once I got home. So all my pictures, I printed them off when I got home. Again, because I printed these single-sided, I actually went into I think I want to say I found this at a Tokyo Hands. Or Hands. I don't keep saying Tokyo Hands because it used to be called Tokyo Hands. Now it's just called Hands, which is like a variety shop. And I just got a pack of origami paper. And so if you see any like really pretty kind of paper, decorative paper like this, it's all like the washi origami paper from Hands. And all of my photo spreads are kind of like this. Like I have this template in my shop. These are like Polaroid templates, and I just dumped my photos into them and then printed them off on 4x6 photo paper, and then I cut them out and then just kind of layered them here. This was a tag from some clothing that I bought, and I just kind of backed it with some paper and I put it in here. This was the next day or next day. Oh, actually, no, this was this day. And this is the journaling for this day. We went to Tokyo Disneyland. And yeah, again, these are die cuts that I had already backed with double-sided tape. Some selfies that we took. When we went to Disneyland, they were celebrating Donald Duck. We had just missed like the Minnie Mouse celebration. So now Donald, this was his day. This is a card printable from the Fairy Tale Club. I love the It's a Small World theming here. Love it. I just love it so much. More selfies of us from our first day. And yeah, I did pretty much condense the journaling to like 1 or 2 pages. This is the next day where we did Disney Sea. I think this was a sticker that my friend ended up getting from a cast member, and they gave her like a bunch of them. So we each got one. So I just kind of stuck it in here. Some stickers that I already had, some washi I already had, journaling about Disney Sea. And then again, that origami paper that I used to put the photographs on. So yeah, so this, like, it hit me like really late when I think when I was already back home, that this was the Disney Sea, and then the first one was the Disneyland Castle, which I thought was perfect. I lucked out because it's a mystery pack, so you don't know what you're getting. And then these are some photographs that we took on Jasmine's flying carpet, and then me and my friend, we kind of left them to head back a little bit earlier because we were just tired. We were like still really jet lagged. So we just kind of, the lighting was much better, so we took a selfie there. And then I bought tons of Duffy and Friends merch, and so I kept the packaging. We ended up getting tickets, to see the Duff. I didn't actually print any of the photographs of the show, but we ended up being able to go to the Cape Cod cook-off eating location where they do the Duffy and Friends Wonderful Friendship show. It's almost like a dinner in the show, but we got the lunch hour. My friend Keisha, like, she kept refreshing the day before, and this popped up and she like legit booked it right away, which I'm so happy about because it was the cutest. It was the cutest show about friendship and all the Duffy and Friend characters. And yeah, she let me keep the little ticket thing so I can put it in my journal. But I ended up buying a Gelatoni and a Lena Bell, and so they come with these tags that have the little booklet that tells the story of them. Of course, it's all in Japanese, but I just kind of snipped it off of my little plushies and thought it would be really cute to have them in my journal. So I just hole punched the plastic and then just put them both in here because this is like the Duffy and Friends section of my journal. My friend actually took this of me. So I went for my birthday and like I'm 30 something years old and I look like a 12-year-old in this photograph. It's so funny. And then so this day we all went to Disney Sea and we Disney bound as one of the Duffy and Friends characters, which was awesome because then we got to go see the show like dressed up. And so I was Gelatoni, clearly, because he's like my favorite. And then my friend was Lena Bell. And then my other two friends, since they're a couple, they did Duffy and Shelly Mae. And so it was very cute. We all got ears and it was really, really fun. It was so cute. So I love that. And then this was that same day. We were on it's like a double-decker carousel. And so I took a selfie one way and my friend took a selfie the other way. So I had to put them here. These are Fairy Tale Club stickers. I do have some of James Luke Burke's Virtual Voyage artwork in here because Disney themed, of course. And then I have some of, I think if it's not Brittany Gleason, it's Mandy Lacefield. I forget which, their styles are so similar, but from Art Journaling the Magic, I do have some stickers from one of them. I just forget whose sticker sheets those were. Tokyo Disney Sea Food and Wine Festival. This was the first ever Food and Wine Festival, so I ended up putting the pamphlet in here, and I had to like hole punch it a certain way so that I can fit it in without like undoing, you know, taking it out of the binder. It worked out. It's fine. It's housed. I also didn't want to cut anything down, so yeah. These are old Heidi Swapp pockets that I just kind of covered in washi tape and then hole punched. They fit perfectly in here. And I have two, so we're going into my birthday, and my actual birthday. And when you wear, like, I ended up buying a pin that said, like, from the Disneyland Hotel that said happiest of birthdays. And it has Mickey in it. And I wore it literally the whole time that I was at Disney. And the cast members would just say, happy birthday, happy birthday. And some of them would get the birthday sticker and they would write your name and like draw little things. Super, super cute. And so these are actually stickers and I just kind of kept them on their sticker sheet and then just put them into this pocket. Polaroids that I took. Actually, these were taken, I think, the first Disneyland day, but I just kind of stuck them in here. There were a few cherry blossom trees that were still in bloom, and this was just so pretty the way that we cropped. We stood here. There was people sitting like under the tree. We stood here and we like meticulously got photographs of the castle and the cherry blossom trees. Like me and my friends were just like so in sync. We're just like, oh my god, this is the perfect, like, it's just so perfect, right? And it came out really cute and I love it. And then of course my favorite, it's a Small World ride. Yeah, so this is Disneyland. We went to Disneyland specifically on my birthday because Disneyland actually opened April 15th, 1983. And so we share a birthday, not a birth year, but a birthday. And I knew I wanted to be at Disneyland on my birthday, on its birthday. So that's this day, and we did some journaling. We ended up getting, because we saw the parade this day, so we ended up getting like one of the parade mats. My friend Kat was able to reserve seats on the parade route for us, and so basically what you get is like a square on the ground, and so we had to buy the parade mat, which is like, it's like a little mat that you can spread out in your little square and then sit down to wait for the parade to start, and then everyone sits to watch the parade, which is amazing because that does not happen in the States. It's just, yeah, everything about Tokyo Disney is just better. More of James's stickers because I thought that was the cutest thing. This is a Princess and the Frog sticker. I know I have a bunch of sticker sheets from like Daiso, from Five Below, and so I just kind of used what I had. And then so when we went, Space Mountain, this is its last, like, its last performance, its last being there, because the Space Mountain at Tokyo Disneyland, they're actually going to close it in June and like completely get rid of it, and they're building a new Space Mountain. And so this was like the last. So my friend Kat Ray, we went. My friend Keisha does not like roller coasters, so we went on the ride. But my friend Keisha was able to get the stickers. Like, she's like, yeah, cast members were handing them out, so I got like some for all of us. I was like, that's amazing. And so I put that there because we did go on that ride. This is like a Ziploc pocket that I just kind of put on vellum, and I fussy cut it out because it's Thumper, and I thought it was really cute, and I just kind of wanted it to be like a decorative piece. I tried gluing it, but the glue kept coming off, so I really had to double-sided tape it when I got back home. Just some selfies. This is the pin that I was talking about that I kept wearing the whole time, so everyone said happy birthday, and I put it, this is Fairy Tale Club paper. Love it, love it. And then the next day was so we did 2 days at each park. So this was our second day at Disney Sea. And I'm so glad that we ended on Disney Sea because it is the best park, like, ever. I like want to go back to Tokyo specifically just to go to Tokyo Sea because it's like the best park ever. And this is where you can get all the Duffy and Friends stuff and see the show and everything like that. And it's like Epcot, but instead of like different countries, it's different ports. And it's just so, the theming of it, of each port, just, it's so unique and it's amazing and it's huge. And Fantasy Springs is actually what's going to be opening up in Disney Sea. We missed it by like a hair. I ended up buying they had like the Fantasy Springs merch out. And so I ended up buying the pin. And when I bought the pin, the cast member at the register gave me the sticker. And so I just kind of, I actually double-sided taped it into here. Yeah, and so it's like, it's pretty much a Peter Pan, Frozen, and Tangled, like, port. Park section. I think it's a port. I'm not sure if it's a separate park, like Galaxy's Edge, or I think it's like a Galaxy's Edge sort of thing, but it's Fantasy Springs. And I would love to go back and see this because I loved the merch. I love the theming of it. And I would just like, Tangled is like my favorite Disney movie as an adult. And so I would love to just go there. I love Tangled. Anyway, this was a Disney Sea Day. I did end up getting a Stella Lou little keychain one, and she also came with the little booklet. So I hole punched that in here. Again, the sticker, a lot of journaling this day. We did a lot. This is an envelope from a Dumbo stationery set that I got at Daiso. And in here, I just have a bunch of stuff. This, I forgot where we got this, but they asked us, one of the rides that we had what is it? It's like the Lightning Lane passes. It's the ones that you have to buy the Fast Pass for, but I think they're called Premier Passes in Tokyo. Each park is different, but it's basically that. One of the rides that we went on, that we like pre-booked it, like bought it through the app. They asked if this was our first ride, and my friend goes, yeah. And so she gave my friend 4 of these stickers. And so I have that in here. And then I have all the tags from the Duffy and Friends merch. So the line that was out at the time was the Come Find Spring, and I bought so much stuff from this line. And they're so cute that I didn't want to throw them out. So I have them in there. This was a pass for the monorail. When I went, my friend and I bought a 4-day pass. And this was before that I knew that I could buy a Suica card or a Passimo card and use that on the monorail. So I was fine just buying this. And then I ended up installing the Suica card on my phone. But look, it's the Come Find Spring stuff. So, and then it expired on my birthday. So that was awesome. And then this was the Disney Blue Ever After. This was where those mystery charms came in. And I had like a spare photograph of Disney Sea that I didn't know where I can fit it in. So I just kind of put it in here. And this kind of just tucks into the pocket here. Because this is such cute packaging. I didn't want to get rid of it. What else do I have in here? Oh, I did get another plushie of Cookie Ann. And it was from the Duffy Sweet Dream collection. And I just kept the tag. So that's what lives in this pocket. Washi tape is also from Daiso. These stickers are from Miniso, and they were like Little Mermaid themed, and so I used it for Disney Sea because I'm talking mostly about Mermaid Lagoon at Disney Sea, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful little place, and so I thought it was fitting for that. So this was our first day. Like, it was a travel day from Disney, the Disney Resort, to Tokyo. My friend and her partner decided to stay in the Disney Resort because they were going to fly out in 2 days. And it was just closer to the airport and it was just convenient for them. So my friend and I, Kat, we actually took a cab because it was easier with all of our luggage and all of our purchases to our hotel in Tokyo. And so that's this day. These are the stickers that I'm talking about. They're turning red stickers. And I want to say they're Brittany Gleason's. I want to say they're Brittany's. And if not, they're Mindy Lacefield's. They're one of them. I think they're Brittany's. It was a freebie from one of the art journaling and the magic retreats that I just printed on sticker paper and used my silhouette to cut them out. And I thought these were just perfect for Tokyo and for Disney. So you can see them throughout the journal, but you can tell that I didn't really decorate while I was journaling. I just pretty much used these the paper, like the writing paper, to just journal. And then everything else is just stuck in here. So it's kind of like junky. It's not really scrapbooky, but that is how it turned out. My friend is a pescatarian, and I'm not really a vegetarian, but I don't really eat red meat, and everything in Tokyo is pretty much fish or red meat, and I'm not really a fish eater either. So that first night we were so hungry, and trying to find some place that had stuff that we can both eat was a bit of a challenge the whole time that we were in Tokyo, the whole time that we were in Disney too. Yeah, the food was a bit of a challenge. I ended up finding this on Google. It was a vegan gyoza place and it was amazing. And we each ordered the set, which is one of each of their flavors. And this was the little sheet that they gave us so that we can identify which flavor was what based on the color of the dumpling. So this was so good. This was like one of my favorite meals. This was one of my favorite meals. And then further into our Tokyo stay, my friend Kat, somebody she knew suggested for us to go to Bill's, and the food there was amazing. It was so good too. I had the miso salmon with eggplant and I think arugula. It was so good. Like, that was like my second favorite meal. I loved the gyoza. This was my favorite. Definitely went onto my foodie map on Google Maps because I am definitely eating here again whenever I go back to Tokyo. It was great. So I hole punched that. And then I think this was on, I want to say this was on like how they wrapped it. And so I peeled off the sticker and put it in here. And this, I think this is a 7-Eleven receipt because we ended up getting a few things for our little apartment. We booked a hotel, but it was actually a little apartment. And it had a full kitchen and everything. And it was for 4 of us. So we ended up going to 7-Eleven before our 2 other friends joined us that night to get some things for the room. So I just kind of glue everything there. And then this is all of our like Tokyo exploration. This was the neighborhood that we stayed at. And so I had got, I forgot where my friend and I were. We were somewhere and I decided to pick up one of these like tour guide booklets. I want to say it was from a station, one of the train stations or the airport. I don't remember where I picked it up at, but I was like, oh, this is really cool because it breaks Tokyo down by neighborhood. So I decided to use the map for all the neighborhoods that we ended up going to explore. So our apartment was in this neighborhood. And then these were the first selfies of when our 2 other friends came to join us. We had sushi this day. So yeah, had to put that there because they came to join us, and then some journaling about how they finally arrived. So they were super jet lagged. And then the following day, we decided to do Shinjuku because we were going to the Studio Ghibli Museum, and it was easier for us to go to Shinjuku, spend the morning and the early afternoon there, and then take the train from there to the museum. And then our 2 other friends who were staying at Tokyo Disney Resort were just going to meet us at the museum. So I put the map here, and that morning we ended up finding a Sanrio store and we bought some things. They gave us a little freebie. So I got the little cinnamon roll flag, another one of those turning red stickers, just journaling. This is from the Sanrio store. It's actually like their little voting thing. It was really cute, and so I kind of folded it up And what I did with these big things is this was like from some different like pamphlet thing that I just kind of cut off the cherry blossom stuff and I glued this in. So I kind of made it like a little, oh my God, some scrapbooking company sells them that you can like, it's self-adhesive and you can snap it in and yeah, one of those things. But that's the little pamphlet. Actually, this was inside of it. And then I printed out the cherry blossoms that we saw at a park. This was the park that the Studio Ghibli Museum is in. And the cherry blossoms were late bloomers, and so they were still there. And so we went and we got to the museum a little early, and our two other friends weren't there yet. So we went and we had like a little photo shoot, and I took the most cutest pictures of my friends. My friend Kat took this of me and my friend Jules, and then these as well. And like I just had to print them out and put them in here. These are some selfies that I took with myself. And so yeah, I'm really happy that we got to see some cherry blossoms. We ended up going to the Magura River Promenade because that's like the place to see cherry blossoms, but I guess those trees were early bloomers, so when we went, they were gone. So I'm glad that we got to see them in this park and got to take some really fun pictures. Okay, Ghibli Museum. Ghibli Museum time, the super secret Ghibli Museum. Yeah, if you heard, I think I might have ranted about this in my haul video, but like this is a process to go see this. You have to get your ticket like 2 months in advance. No, a month in advance. You have to wait in a virtual queue. My friend Kat was able to get us our tickets. It was kind of like waiting for concert tickets or like, you know, being in a queue waiting for Taylor Swift tickets or something like that. But it was for this museum. So this is the pamphlet that I had to like refold. If you can see, just to get it to fit in here without cutting it down. And I did the same thing. I had this brown paper bag that I just kind of glued it on the back so I didn't have to hole punch anything. And I just wanted to keep it. This is the museum map and information and stuff like that. And then some pictures of the outside of Ghibli because we couldn't take pictures from on the inside. Everything had to be just taken pictures on the outside. So this is the actual museum. This was the sign that tells you how many kilometers away you are from the museum, and it's very cute. This was on the roof. This is one of the robots from Castle in the Sky. And then this was in like the little garden area. These are all my friends. So all 6 of us are here. And that's like a little feet picture. This was the paper bag from the museum shop, and then we went to the cafe and they served, I forgot what I ordered, like a cake, and it came with this sort of like doily with all the sprites on them. So I just literally glued it on, and then I did some journaling in there. And then inside of here is receipts mostly. I think it's all receipts. Oh, and our little film strip. Yeah, so receipts from that day, and then a napkin with one of the little girls. This is from My Neighbor Totoro, the little girl's hat. I had to take one of the napkins. And then this is the little film strip that they give you. And it has a scene. I think my scene is from Howl's Moving Castle. And there's like a little like film reader thingy in the museum that you can view your slide, but it's also your ticket for the little short film. So they stamp it once you've seen the short film. And so that's really cute. And each of us got a different one. I ended up getting postcards from the shop, and so, but I love the bag and I kept it and just kept all those things. This was the short film that we went to go see. And these postcards were free in the front of the theater. So I just took one and I just hole punched it in. And then I covered it with some writing paper so that I can do some journaling on the back of it. When we exited, they gave us this. It's like a pamphlet for the Ghibli Park. I just really love the artwork, so I folded it up the same way and tipped it in the exact same way with the paper bag. And then some more journaling on some inserts that I bought at either Loft or Hands. And I just kind of, this is a pocket-sized insert and the holes match up, so I needed more space to journal, so yeah. And then we ended up going to a Tower Records where I bought a record. Actually, my friend still has my record. And then this was with the receipt. And so I just kind of tipped it in here with some tape. And that was that day. Like, so all of that was Shinjuku Ghibli Museum Day. The next day we explored Ginza, and so I put the map in here and then all the stuff that we did. So like we took the train to Tokyo Station, and there's a Travelers Company little shop there, and so of course we had to go in there. I bought these letterpress stickers, and so I have one here and one over here, and then of course the Tokyo Station stamps at Travelers Company. I just kind of stamped this whole thing, my receipt, and like all the little sticker things and everything, just kind of collaged that. And then of course a lot of journaling because we did a lot of stuff this day. We went to this little, I want to say this was a little cafe that we went to eat at. I took a business card and tipped it in. All of my receipts in these clear pockets here. This was from the paper bag from the Travelers Factory, so I just kind of cut it down and punched it in. And so that was that day. The next day we did, oh, this was more shopping. We did a lot of shopping in Tokyo, but we did Shibuya and Harajuku area. So I put the map in there for that. I think this tips down because I wanted to, some of the maps I just kind of cut it to size, and others I still wanted the stuff here because Shibuya 109 is here, the crossing, everything, so I wanted to keep that there. And I'm not sure if it was this day or no, it was the next day, but we did do the Meiji Shrine, but on a different day. We did Shibuya a couple of times. This was our selfie for the day. And then we did a lot of shopping, and this was a store, Now Perch, that my friend Jules wanted to go to, and this was the cutest shop. I ended up just getting this postcard, but they sell clothing in like this style. So cute. The journaling for that day. We did a lot of shopping. I bought 2 sweaters from this store, and so these are, I backed the 2 tags because I bought 2 sweaters, punched that in. This was from the shopping bag. I really wanted to keep the shopping bag because it was gorgeous, but when it came to packing, it couldn't come with me, and so I just cut it down and then glued really badly the 2 pieces of it together because it was just really cute. And then this was also on the bag, so I just punched it in. I found this little vintage trim shop in one of the malls in Harajuku, actually the same mall that this store is in. Bought some stuff there, and then this was what was in the bag. Some business cards from a different shop in that mall that had some cute stuff. Our receipts, I used the Now Perch where I got my postcard. I used it and made a pocket out of it. This was from a different store that I bought something else from, and so this was from the bag, and this cute little stamped petal, and so I just glued that in there. This is the origami paper. These are like the little cut-offs, so I didn't want to waste it, so I just kind of put them there. That was this day. It was just a lot of shopping. And again, just punching in stuff that I collect is really all I'm doing is journaling. And we didn't really take that many pictures in Tokyo because I think pretty much all we did was shop, to be quite honest, but yeah. This day, so this was the weekend that was Tokyo Pride. This is the day that we went to the Megura River Promenade, and we didn't get to see cherry blossoms, but it was okay. We went to the Meiji Shrine. It was kind of raining this weekend, but we ended up at Yoyogi Park, and they were having like a Pride festival thing there, and so got some stickers from there. My friend actually got me this ally sticker. This was like Google was handing out these sticker sheets. That, of course, is turning red. Journaled a lot about that here. These are some pictures from the promenade. And then these are some pictures from the shrine. And then this is the little shrine thing. I totally messed up there, but it's fine. And I just punched that in here. This is a prayer. I took one of the sheets to include it in my journal, and I have my own prayer in there. These are the little fortune things that you can play 1 yen for and then do the shaker thingy and get your fortune. So I put mine in this pocket here. And then this is the envelope for the prayer. And again, I took one and I just have receipts and stuff in here. And then I put a picture in the back. And so that was pretty much this day. This day, what did we do this day? These are overflow pictures from this day, just so you know. This was at the Pride festival, and then that was at the shrine. But this map is for this day. We did Akihabara, and we did Ginza again, and we just did a whole bunch of different places. So just journaling about that. This was the day that I went to Ancora, which was the fountain pen store. So I put the business card and then the sticker that came in my thing, another pocket of just a lot of receipts. And then this, I went to the Sky Tree this year, the Tokyo Sky Tree. This was the day that me and my friends kind of split up to do our own shopping and stuff. And so, yeah, this is where I did the Sky Tree. And I went to the Hobonichi store. So this is the business card and the little thing that they gave you in my purchase. And then I bought something for my mom at the Sky Tree, and this was the jewelry thing that came with it. So this was pretty much the last full day. Yeah. And then my last thing were my little airline thingies going back home, and then the last selfie that we took together in Tokyo. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This was like a very low-key journal. Definitely a lot of writing happening. Not that many pictures being put in, only because I came home and printed out my favorites just to get in, just to have the visual reminder there of them. But pretty much a lot of journaling, a lot of like sticking things in, receipts and stuff that I find. And I found that it was like really, like, it was a bit more difficult to find like paper stuff to put into your journals. And I think that's just a COVID thing. Most things now are a QR code, you know, a lot of it's digital. And so getting like paper stuff, like I didn't get a Disney, like a museum map, but like a park map, because I don't think they had any. I didn't see any of them anywhere. Everything was digital on the app. And so, yeah, which is sad. I would have loved one. But I mean, I found this one in Tokyo Disney Sea, but I didn't find like an actual resort map unless I just didn't look in the right place for it, which is fine. But yeah, this is my little scrappy journal here. A bit different with how I like usually travel journal. Like I usually like print my photos on the go, and it's very scrapbooky and all these things. But I knew that I was traveling with friends, and we were just going to be going. Like we were not going to have that much time to like slow down and like really process. And so a lot of this journaling, especially towards the end, I did on the plane because, yeah, I just didn't have time to do anything except punch stuff in, like punch all the pamphlets in. And I'm glad I had those little pockets to put in like all my receipts and stuff, and like put stickers down. Like the journaling, I would like decorate things and like date them and then leave the page blank and have to go and journal it like a day later, because it was just finding the time to do that. And then of course I added the pictures in when I got home. And so, but yeah, this was fun. It was fun. Again, very low key, very not scrappy, more of like a junk journal-y type journal thing that I did here. And I think it worked out really well. But yeah, I'm gonna transfer these pages over somewhere else where I can live more permanently, because I would love to use this planner for more journaling. And so yeah, I'm pretty much going to leave you here. I really hope you enjoyed that look at my journal that I kept for my Tokyo trip. And hopefully I can find some time to film some more videos. I think I mentioned it before, but I'm in the process of like just kind of getting my new apartment together. I haven't really moved in yet, and so I have to move in and like all the things. And you know, that's just a process and it takes time, and I'm doing it while I'm still working and everything. So trying to find time to do some more journaling stuff. Hopefully once I'm settled in, I can do that. But I really wanted to get this filmed so that you can see my journal, since this has been sitting finished on my desk since like I got home the ending of April, and we're already towards the ending of May. So yeah, but yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.